Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. And let me just put my phone on silent here for just a few seconds while I do this GameStop update here. And as you guys can tell, we had a pretty lackluster day. We actually dipped down like 3%, I believe. And I actually accumulated a few more shares today. Don't mind if I do. And we recovered pretty nicely, down only 15 basis points at the close. The 4 hour is getting into some very oversold areas, and it's already starting to curl back up. 1 hour time frame got big bullish divergences here. This kind of tells me that this is not a an ABC like this, which is the more bullish case, right? Where this fifth wave would extend. And we've talked about this. We've talked about this many times that we're looking for a possible extension in the fifth wave, and I'm not gonna, say it's not gonna happen. It's very possible that this happens where we just extend like crazy with a massive pump higher. It's just that A waves tend to finish with bullish divergence, just like this here. So you may have already struck out and finished the fifth wave like this, but would still, you'd still need a relief rally, but it would set up to go lower. Now, depending on how big this bounce is, if it's just to like $30, then ultimately it may roll over right there and then after that. If it wants to go higher, then the low that we're going to form later on should be even higher as well. So now I'll just give you guys a bit of an example here. And right now, I believe that this is actually possibly an A, B. We're going to be getting a B wave bounce and then a C, right? And that C is going to be nasty and it may take us down lower. But let's say it pumps back up to like 30, 32. Then your target would be, let's just say for analysis sakes, it pumps up to like 32. Again, this target will move depending on how high this B wave will go. Then your target goes down to like 23, to possibly as low as 1884. But I don't think that we'll get down to these levels. My guess is that let's say that this wave 1 is in, this wave 2 would come back down and finish up right around this area here where we've been holding support and kind of form some nice lows here. So this red box here actually may just extend, and we may form something like this between that $25 to $23 level. They hold as some nice support, and then we'll see more. Hopefully we'll see more upside after that, and that should be your impulsive wave 3 where you'll come out of. And we've been looking for that wave 3 of 3 of 3, which is extremely bullish for GameStop, and this is just my analysis here. But again, a lot of people, whether short squeezes, all that stuff. I watch, I read the posts that people make, and there's, oh, I'm so upset. Every single day it's the mother of short squeezes. And hey, I don't think that's the case. Like I don't think like at any moment it's gonna happen. No. The chart tells me that we're not ready yet, and we need more time to cook. So let him cook, right? Let the chart cook here a little bit more. Let the waves play out, and depending on what this does, we'll know that if this fifth wave is in, because we'll know if we break this low that the fifth wave high here is in. We've had a nice run, but it needs to pull back in order to set up for more upside. Now we'll take a look at some indicators to kind of give us some hints and ideas of where we are in the cycle. But let's shift over here. We'll take a look at not Trump coin, but we'll kind of take a look at the GameStop. I was looking at Trump coin. Donald Trump introduced the Trump coin, so it's been pumping up like crazy. So let's start off with the larger time frames as we always do. So we opened a new weekly candle this week, and we have a 17 and a -5 on the dual band strength index, which is not bullish. This is bearish. We have bearish dual band strength index numbers pushing us down at the moment, so that's not good. And then you got the same thing on the 4-day and the 3-day as well. However, 3-day, you're getting that thick green money flow. That is something I do like to see. I really like to see that. 2-day, 21 and a -5 on the dual band strength index. That is quite bearish with a red cross too. The daily is shaping up, not as bad though. It's starting to slow down, but it could technically pick up speed at any moment. And then the 4-hour time frame. And I actually wanted to get into some of these indicators here. You could see this yellow cross. This is manipulation. Everyone's always talking about GameStop manipulation, this manipulation, that. When you see yellow crosses, that's when the price is getting manipulated, and they usually push it towards the downside before a big move up. So I think they were trying to shove this down here a little bit more. I think you can kind of see it. So I actually saw this today on the 4-hour. This candle here had the yellow cross, but it disappeared. It can disappear before the candle closes, but the candle closed without it. But you go on the 3-hour, you could see they were pushing it down on purpose. But ultimately it came back up, right? It ended the day up, only down 15 basis points. The market had a good day today. The markets were up, 18 basis points in the S&P right now. But the S&P was like up almost a 1%. The Dow Jones was up 1.24. Small caps 1.92. Big day today for the small caps. So technically, GameStop should be performing if those small caps are going up. And yeah, you can dive into the smaller time frames here, but I want to get to wave edge, and we'll get to wave edge here. I'll show you guys the chart. We'll start off with the larger time frames. So the weekly at the moment, last week, we covered that we had some big selling coming in. This week, we'll have to see if we get follow through or if we get a bullish engulfing. That should be, it'd be pretty bullish if we got a bullish engulfing. We close, it would actually set up for significant upside. But we'll take a look here to see if there's anything new. The 2-day, these two big sells came in right around the highs. I believe it did the same thing back here. And then the daily time frame's been riddled with sell signals. But we actually got a green cross down here. So it's actually setups for potential longs, actually. So I do like accumulating right around this level here. And then we take a look at the 4-hour. Anything new? Nope, nothing new. Green crosses, just a few green crosses here and there. 1-hour time frame had some buys. The 30-minute had more buys at the lows here before we pumped up. The 15-minute has a bunch of buys at the moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing, there's no other big buys here other than maybe like the 3-minute and the 2-minute when they pushed it down today, right around, we were down like 4% and we came down to like 26.50, and all this big buying came in. Buy, and then it came back up, right? So they were buying for a reason. Am I saying that the low's in? No, I mean, I'm patiently waiting for this to see if this is a connector wave, which I think it is at the moment, and we're inside of it. But the 4-hour did reset pretty severely, so we know at least that we are going to get a relief rally soon. But we'll know more as it plays out if it's gonna fail or not. If we see early signs that it's gonna fail, then get ready for another dip down and get ready to, get your pile of cash ready to throw it at GameStop, or I mean, do whatever you want, right? The daily time frame shows that it's possible that it could open up and show us that there's more downside. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Right now, there's a nice little upsloping trend line on this RSI, and it seems to be like it's gonna hold. But if it breaks lower, that's fine, I guess. Like you just let the chart play out. To me, I still think that there's lots more upside coming for GameStop, but you got to be patient. And people are always saying like, I've been patient for 3 years. Like I would have never bought here. I would have bought, right around this area too. Probably accumulate when it was at single digits. It's not a bad spot to buy. And yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll keep you guys up to date every Tuesday and Thursday. Peace.